Enduro will show you the world. It will take you to places you would never imagine. Full of natural wonder, epic landscapes, and impossible views. And sometimes it will take you through a French bar at 8 o'clock on a Sunday morning. Welcome to Lozère, France, home to the Trèfle Lozérien AMV, otherwise known as the thorn in the side of hard enduro specialists. Covering almost 700 kilometres of breathtaking French countryside, this classic enduro is home to 15 special tests. Short time trials on grass, with not a rock garden, riverbed or hill climb in sight. In 2018, this was the Achilles heel of hard enduro's finest, with only a handful of riders from outside of France breaking into the top 10. One of the few that did was Johnny Walker.
Hard enduro, I only started like 5 or 6 years ago, but before that I actually did traditional enduros in England, so that's where I learned like my skills to do that and got my speed. Especially on the grass fields where there's like 100 corners. If you lose a second a corner, you know, it adds up at the end of a test. We've just flew here from Portugal, you know, round one. We had a long 4.5-hour race, which was super difficult, pushing the bikes. We got here Tuesday and then started walking. You know, we've probably done 20 to 30 kilometers in the last few days. Track walking, it's not too bad when you've got like enough time. We try and walk the full track and remember every corner, basically. And also, you're looking for like dangerous stuff, you know, if there's like some rocks or like a tree root that you can hit. Is that a good pose?
They might get the lion's share of the attention and media coverage, but factory pros like Johnny make up a fraction of the riders at any WESS event. The majority are amateurs, not chasing contracts, sponsorship or championship points, but a buzz that can only be found going full gas around a French field in May. Amongst the pack in 2019 are the Sheep Skull Enduro riders, a loose band of British petrol heads.
There was a group of them on the Isle of Man riding across the fells, and one of them picked a sheep's skull up and zip-tied it to his mudguard. And then they carried on for the rest of their riding, and then they made the name up, became the Sheep Skull Enduro Riders. There you go.
The Sheep Skull Enduro Riders, there's a lot of them from where I'm from, so I grew up with them racing, you know, so I admire them. It's so difficult for them, you know, getting the bike ready.
I'm just thinking it's worth faffing about. It's easier to do, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, with us being hobby riders, you know, we have to work on our own bikes. You know, we don't have a posh mechanic in posh overalls. We're down on this campsite doing our spannering and changing our tyres at night, unlike the pros where they're all in the big posh wagons and in the square.
The advantages of having the full factory support is big, you know. We don't have to worry about getting our bikes ready when we come here. If the race was like tomorrow, we could fly in today if we really wanted to, and the bike would be ready, and all we have to do is get on it and ride, and then we come back in, we leave the bike with them, and then we go home. It's good to have a good relationship with your mechanic, because obviously he's the one that's setting your bike up and getting everything ready, so he needs to know what you like. My mechanic, he's pretty quiet. You know, he's a rider himself, so he knows what he's doing, and yeah, we get on good together. So I have all the factory support, and also my girlfriend, you know, she knows what I need because she's there when I'm practicing through the week, so she knows the goggles and the gloves and that, so it's good to have her here too.
I go to every race with Johnny as like his support team, and you can tell when there's a race coming up with Johnny because he goes full into race mode and he's so focused and concentrating on the race that we sit in silence like while he goes over tracks and whatever else in his head.
Anyone that supports a professional enduro rider knows that with the good times also come the bad. For Johnny and Jess, those times came in 2018. When Johnny suffered a massive crash at Red Bull 111 megawatt. A fractured arm and dislocated wrist brought his season to an abrupt end.
Johnny getting injured at Megawatt last year was really tough on him. He knocked his confidence, he couldn't ride for 4 months, and obviously coming back riding after that he has to build all his strength back up, so he wasn't where he wanted to be. And it's hard for me as well because I have to work double time helping him get better and being positive for him. It's hard, you know, when he goes out on the bike, it's a risky sport and you know that anything could happen, so it's just all about keeping positive and hoping for the best when he comes and crosses the line.
The Trèfle is probably one of the best races that I ride just because of the scale of the race. Everything you can imagine from a good enduro, the amount of entries, the size of the track. There is some gnarly stuff that will scare a few people, I'm sure.
You are riding the pro course, aren't you? So it's a big thing for hobby riders.
Everybody's equal at the moment. Anybody could win this race. If I was fast enough this weekend, doesn't matter where I start, I could still beat them all. My little nephew isn't going to go and play football against Manchester United, and you're not going to go and race your motor car against Lewis Hamilton. Never in a million years would that happen. But in this sport, you can bring your bike, you can pay your money, and you can line up and you can see how good you really are.
We're at the start of day one. I set off in a few minutes. It's just started raining now, so I feel like it's going to be a long day.
It's a little bit wet today, like proper wet.
Yeah, the vision's bad, goggles terrible.
You having fun?
No. So we have this tradition, there's a bar on the corner and we all ride through the bar, and we've done that now for 6 years. That started with our late friend Michael Ulti.
In 2017, tragedy struck the Sheepskull Enduro riders when long-standing member Michael Ulti died suddenly racing the International 6 Days Enduro in Brive, France.
He's a great friend, didn't do anything for you, you know, but he loved this, and 3 months before coming here, he'd be on the phone every night, getting excited about the Trèfle, even at the age of 50. He liked to think he was a bit of a film star with the pro riders, and he was actually, you know, he was quite popular within the pros, you know, and he's sadly missed within the family of the Sheepskulls and that, you know.
Enduro racing is about more than results, points, championships and trophies. It's a community and brotherhood, united by a passion for off-road riding. Old faces might be gone, but they are never forgotten. Enduro is full of absolute truths. Erzberg will always be the Iron Giant. Red Bull Romaniacs is the world's toughest hard enduro rally, and a Frenchman always has and always will top the podium at the Trèfle Lozérien AMV. Or will they? For the first 32 years of its existence, the Trèfle was dominated by its native riders, and with good reason.
It's something they do a lot in their French Championship, and it's something that we don't do, you know, in the World Championship, British Championship. It's a real specialist event, and you need to learn how to ride the grass. It's quite unique.
It's hard, you know, to be competitive with them boys, and because it's what they do all year long.
Of course, there is no such thing as absolute truth. The status quo can always be broken. Proving that in 2019 was Josep Garcia.
Yeah, he's flat out, that's for sure. Came obviously from the motocross, faster background in like traditional enduro, and it's pretty clear you watch him out here. He's, you know, he's something else.
because he's so fast. You could go to the practice track with him and you're actually not practicing, just watching him.
He's a good all-round rider, but especially when it's fast like this, you know, he's amazing, and that's why he's ex-world champion. You know, he's really fast on this sort of stuff, so he's riding good, and I've probably got him down for the win.
He's a really hungry rider. He's so motivated, so determined to beat everybody. That's his goal. I think he's got obviously a good team behind him, good bike. He's shown this weekend that he's the fastest guy.
Making history and breaking a few French hearts in the process, Josep became the first non-French winner in Le Trèfle's history.
Yeah, incredible. Really nice to be here, win a classic race here in France. I think I'm the first in 33 years.
For Johnny, it was a weekend of mixed fortunes. Securing 9th position overall, he was unable to make it onto the podium, but still walked away with a top 10 finish despite being dogged by injuries sustained at Red Bull 111 Megawatt.
I'm pretty happy with that. You know, it's good for the points in the championship. Then I honestly didn't think I was going to get through this week. You know, going from Portugal to here and having such long days on the bikes, I didn't think that my wrists were going to be up to that. So to get a top 10 like I did last year, I was really happy with that.
This is the event of the year for us because it's a 3-day, bring the family, and like I say, it's the best enduro of the year, you know, but obviously this year it's been a washout, so...
Normally, we'd be getting excited about going down to the pub and writing it off doing burnouts and skids and wheelies. But this year, we've just got no interest whatsoever. None of the wives and girlfriends that want to come next year, will they? We'll be here on our own and we'll have a really good day, won't we?
Next time on WESS Diaries, Dakar rally legend Laia Sands and privateer Kevin Gallas take on the toughest race in hard enduro.
I'm a bit nervous because this is completely new for me.
So much that can go wrong. For most people, it's a lifelong dream to just finish the race.